Steelers and Raiders.
Right.
And the Steelers have been, at least the Steelers have been consistently good to at least make it to the playoffs or be in the cusp of making it to the playoffs. And the Dolphins are getting right there too. But the Raiders have not sniffed it since then.
Right.
And it's kind of sad, really.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, they're not really competitive at all. I don't know how many Pro Bowls they had this year. Probably not many. I mean, it's just so many holes on that team. I don't know where do you fix it exactly. So, I mean, we'll see where it goes. But it's good they have at least a coach that the players get used to and they can build something.
Yeah, so they just need anything right now at this point to get themselves up there. So it just anything at this point. I think we had mentioned too the Tennessee job was basically vacant now because of Mike Munchak being fired, and we now learn a little bit more about the firing as well.
Right. What?
That I think they asked him to fire some of his assistants. He said he wasn't going to fire anybody. It turns out he got fired and his assistants got fired as well.
Well, yeah. I mean, the writing was on the wall. I mean, I remember when they lost to Georgia Southern, I was like, they need to be fired by halftime.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they had the season they had, the disappointment. Every season he's been there, I mean, it was soon to happen.
Right. Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee. I'm sorry. Tennessee. I thought you said Muschamp.
No.
Well, Tennessee, Tennessee been bad, pretty bad for not horrible, but they haven't been to the playoffs since I think Vince Young was there.
Right.
So,
it's been a good while.
It's been a while. And then that huge deal, Chris Johnson guy, and he's not been playing to his potential. Jake Locker can't stay healthy for a season. It's bad. I mean, they were competitive this year.
Yeah.
I think they finished 500 or close to 500.
79,
Yeah, close to 500. So, I mean, there's potential there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to take a while. Now, Jake Locker's an interesting situation because they expected him to potentially be the franchise one day. He can't stay healthy, so I'm thinking maybe they take a quarterback this draft. How high, I don't know, but
right.
I mean, it's time to think something because he can't finish the season.
Right. This is gonna be year 4 for him, and he's pretty much on that same stage right now where they really need to they need to evaluate him because I think he has like a 5-year contract. I think so. So he's pretty much right now on that time clock. Same for like Stafford, not Stafford, but same for like Bradford with the Rams. Of course, keeps on getting hurt.
Yeah.
How can you properly evaluate the guy? We're gonna have to see if he's worth it to build around him, or can we go ahead and get ourselves another quarterback in this case? But that's gonna be remaining to be seen. I don't think they're going to go out there and get another quarterback at this point because Brian Fitzpatrick did a pretty decent job. And if his contract is not out, keep him. But, you're on ball. You're a little bit – the time's ticking right now if you're Jake Locker.
Right.
It's ticking. So, I guess some more things that are going on in the NFL and pretty much the worst kept secret. Johnny Manziel's going to the draft.
Yeah. Now, who's going to take him? That's the question.
Right. Who's going to take him? I don't think he's going to be the first quarterback taken in this draft.
No.
I really don't. Bridgewater, I would have Bridgewater at number 1. And then I would probably say Manziel would probably be somewhere around that 2 or 3 range. What pick? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, and we still got the combine to go through and all that stuff. I mean, it's weird, how these quarterbacks go. I think Bridgewater might be the potential favorite, but you never know how the combine goes. You might have a guy like Aaron Murray who may put some big yards up. Like they might look at his arm, or he might show some speed, or things like that. Manziel might get in legal trouble again. Who knows? I mean, or some situation where his character's questioned. So, who knows? But I definitely think he's going to go, first round.
Right, and that's what I was also about to ask too. Yeah, he's going to go first round. He's going to go first round. I think the perspectives of him, as far as the draft is, I see him. He's going to have to go to a team which I feel like is going to be tailored to his needs. I feel like he's probably going to have to go to a team that features a little bit of a quick passing game, maybe like a West Coast style of offense or something like that, based on his short stature a little bit. But this guy can still make plays. He can move around the pocket, move around outside the pocket. Obviously, when he gets to the NFL, he's going to have to not take so many hits. But, I think he has a future in there.
Yeah, he has vast potential. I think he'll do fine.
Yeah. So, there's that. Basically, we still have a couple of head coaching jobs still vacant, especially the one in Detroit, where it looks like they're talking to Jim Caldwell. Cleveland looks like nobody's wanting that job right now as we speak. And Washington, it looks like they're trying to go after a Cowboys assistant and Rob Bisaccia, I think. Of those three, which one would you rather go to? And let's just add Tennessee to 4. Let's just say 4 of those 4. Which one would you rather go to?
Maybe Tennessee, because they were competitive. Tennessee showed a lot of potential. They have a good defense. You have a running back in Chris Johnson. Quarterback situation is still a question mark, but you have something there. I would want to experiment with that. Then you're in a division where it's not that tough. You got Jacksonville at the bottom, Houston's rebuilding, and you have the Colts who are hot right now. So I would say Tennessee. What about you?
Let's see. It's Tennessee. I guess Tennessee's got to be it. But if there's one that really has to be a very good runner-up, I probably would say maybe I would go with maybe I guess count me in for Detroit.
I was going to say Detroit, but the only thing that I don't like about Detroit is how tough their division is.
Yeah.
Because to me, the Packers in Chicago are right there with them. And it always seems to be an uphill battle for them.
Right. And they had the division right there.
They had it.
For the grass.
It was the best chance. You got an injured Aaron Rodgers, an injured Jay Cutler. Minnesota's down and out. It's a perfect year for them to take it.
Right. But, it just doesn't happen and stuff. But at least Caldwell has shown that he wants the job. Cleveland, I don't think this is going to be that bad, but the problem is that their front office does not know what they're doing.
Yeah, you're right about that. And it's like, where's the faith? It seems like they put no faith in any of their plans, any of their coaches, any of their players. So, I mean, I don't see how you can play when you're not getting the commitment needed from your front office.
Right. And then at least with Washington, well, Daniel Snyder has been firing coaches left and right.
Yeah, that's always been the case. I mean, granted, they get chances, but he wants to win so fast that sometimes he spends the money. That's the one thing you can say. He will spend the money on talent, draft, whatever is necessary. He'll try to get that, but he wants results, and I mean he'll give you a good 2-3 years to try to get those results, but. And he takes so many chances, though. I mean, to this day, I think the biggest chance he took was the Steve Spurrier chance.
Yeah. That did not work out. I think his best head coach, really, in the era that he had, was, I'd go ahead and probably say Joe Gibbs. Just getting Joe Gibbs back.
Yeah, Gibbs came back, and they had a playoff season, I think.
Right.
Season 2, yeah.
Right.
I think Norv Turner was there for a while.
Yeah, Norv started off.
Yeah.
Marty Schottenheimer lasted a year there. Crazy. And, there's just been so many coaches out there. I guess we've forgotten about that. And then I think the worst one was really Jim Zorn.
Yeah.
I think after that Monday Night Football game where he had that swinging gate play, then they called the timeout and still decided to try it. I think the writing was on the wall right there for him too. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, that's pretty much it right now. And looking at it also, it looks like James Franklin is probably trying to interview for that Redskins job as well. There's a lot of other jobs that he's trying to interview for as well, but we'll go ahead and talk about that in our next segment. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about Charlie Strong at Texas and basically talk about that and what are the expectations for him, and can we really compare him to another situation that happened a decade ago? So we'll be back in about a minute. The Gafford and Brown Show. All right, we're right back with the Gafford and Brown Show, and once again, we will talk about Charlie Strong in Texas. We had our first segment where we were talking about the NFL, the playoff games, and also some of the coaching vacancies that we had along. We had a guest that we were going to have on the show, but we're going to try to have a standalone interview with her. Her name is Millie B. We're going to try to have a standalone interview with her tomorrow afternoon. Where we will talk about, how does she feel about the Charlie Strong interview, because she was actually there at the interview. So, that should be a pretty good interview. We'll tweet out the link once we can get it, and we'll probably play it as a standalone. And the next time we have a show, we'll probably also play it for the people that missed it on that one too. But back to this, talking about Charlie Strong right now. He goes to Texas, and now we have the huge regalia of him being out there and him actually getting his first press conference out there. Did you get a chance to see the press conference, and what are the expectations really for him?
Well, the expectations are a title, national championship. Those are the first, first and foremost, is to win the whole thing. And, he's going to do fine now, I think. I think he's going to have some adjustments to make. Clearly, Big 12 is not known for their defense. Texas hasn't been to the BCS game since Vince Young, almost 10 years. And, there just needs to be a change in the culture, and he's going to implement that. I mean, for him to leave, he knows how to win. He was in the SEC, doing under Urban Meyer. He's won championships. Then went to Louisville, rebuilt their program, groomed the potential number one quarterback that's going to be taken in this year's draft. Played the underdog role. Last year won a huge bowl game over Florida. So the man knows what it takes to win. I think I'd say by next, not this season, but the next season, they'll be in the mix to win the national title.
Yeah, and I think so too. I mean, like you said, they needed a new voice. Mac Brown, nothing against him. Very good coach, hell of a coach. 2 national championship games that he went